Hello, Anteater fans. Michael O'Sullivan here as we turn the page forward and look ahead to the 2015-16 athletic season here at UC Irvine. Our schedule release specials that time of year again, and we're going to lead things off here with Scott Juniper, head coach of the UC Irvine women's soccer team. Scott, your 9th year as the head coach here for the Anteaters, but your 10th season overall here at UC Irvine. So reading that decade milestone, my friend.
Yeah, I know. It seems like yesterday that I stepped foot on this campus and, you know, I had my interview. Yeah, lots changed over 10 years. I think we've made some progress and, you know, we've still got some things to achieve here.
And, you know, right around the corner from now, a little over a month, things are going to get going in August. On the 11th, you'll welcome in Richmond for an exhibition matchup, and then CSUN comes in a couple days later. But I think a game that really jumps off the schedule is Auburn on August 21st, which will be the season opener. You get an SEC team coming in here, so that should be exciting. Yeah,
we've played them a couple times now. We played them here a couple years ago. We actually went out to play them at their place last year, right. And we had a really slow start. They really caught us on our heels, and they played very, very well, and they had a fantastic season. So it's going to be a great test, you know, and hopefully being at home will help us too.
And then you get Idaho State, another Tigers team, coming in here on the 24th of August. And a real rough stretch then. 8 straight games on the road. Let's just run through it. You go to Texas for 2 in late August. Early September, you're in Moraga, so Northern California. Go to Portland, the great Pacific Northwest, and then Florida for a couple games versus some Sunshine State opponents. But it all kicks off at Texas A&M at College Station. A month straight on the road, so going to be a challenge for your team, and they're going to be playing a lot of different opponents from a lot of different conferences.
Yeah, it's all about giving our players a lot of different experiences. You know, we take them to some interesting places, so they're really excited. You know, they know that it's going to be tough because they hear the stories of times that we've done that before. We've been on the road a lot before, so it's exciting to see what emerges out of those games. You know, some players are going to step up to it, and other players, you know, we'll have to figure it out. But you know, the process is not there by accident.
Hey, you're going to be earning your miles through that stretch pretty much throughout all of September. And then you come back here late in that month to take on Santa Clara, and that'll actually be your final tune-up before conference play gets underway, but a very good opponent in them.
Yeah, Santa Clara historically been always a tough team, and we got close to them last year. We tied them a couple of years before that, so we've done pretty well against that squad. So that's going to be a challenge that's unique to a lot of the other games. But we've done okay against them in the last few years. We tied them on the road, a neutral site a few years ago. We lost the game that I would have done a couple things differently this year. But they're a very good team. They're going to be bringing back a lot of good players. But we're excited for that one.
And then flip the calendar to October. We're talking Big West Conference season now. And last year, just your second of your 8 seasons leading up to where you didn't qualify for the Big West Conference tournament. Now, you guys had a rough go at times during the conference schedule. I think that just kind of a testament to how good this league has gotten over the last couple of years, how teams have continued to improve. Fullerton, the conference champs from a season ago, but got to think Cal Poly is going to be at the top of the league. Long Beach State, always solid. Some of your general thoughts of the Big West, how it's improved, got some momentum over the last couple of seasons, and what you're looking for this year.
Yeah, I think it's improved a lot in 10 years. You know, Big West soccer is a brand now. You know, it's a soccer conference. You know, there's so many, both sides. So many players have come through our conference to play in World Cups and on national teams and step into the professional environment. You know, this is a real training ground for some of the top players in our area. So every team's getting better, and we love it. We love that it's so competitive. There's no easy games. You know, there's 8 games, and every game is going to be a battle. So we've got to learn as much as we can when we're on the road against a lot of different types of teams. We're going to have to learn to win in different ways, and hopefully by the time conference comes around, we'll be battle tested, and we should know ourselves really well.
Well, it seems like you really set it up for that reason, right? This non-conference slate to really get you ready to go for Big West.
Yeah, there's 2 schools of thought. You can slowly build up to conference, and try and build up the confidence and come in with that kind of momentum. And the other school of thought, which is where I come from, is let's play the best teams that are willing to play us.
Right.
And if we have to travel to get a couple of those games, we'll do it. Because I want my team to experience playing against the very, very best opponent. Through that process for us is getting to know ourselves, and once we know ourselves, that's how we know we can go and compete in a conference.
Kind of a heavy home first half of the conference slate. You're on the road a lot, kind of the second part of the conference season. Let's look at your team specifically. Some key pieces that you lose from a year ago: Cami Privet, Laura McGrail, Jenna Pellegrino, your goalkeeper Jennifer Randazzo. Pretty much all 4 of your starters, they played a lot of games here, had very good careers, and anchors up and down the field. But just some players you're expecting to kind of fill those holes that'll be missed. And I know you had some underclassmen that had a lot of experience a year ago that you're looking for big improvements out of as well.
Yeah, I mean, we are losing a big class, some significant players there. You've also got Jasmine Nickelberry that played minutes, right, and Bianca Frontino, Mish Bagheri and V Russo are going to be big losses as well for all different reasons. So it was a big crowd that we're losing. That process has already started through the spring,
right,
and the freshmen that did well for us have continued to evolve their game. We've seen some players step up in spring with a reduced roster in those games where they've got a lot of minutes, and there's a lot of exciting players. Plus we've got it seems like a whole new team coming in behind them, brand new players to us, including 2 or 3 transfers.
Right.
I mean, we're expecting big years out of everybody. Yeah. It doesn't matter. The roster's 30 players, 1 through 30 need to have a big impact for us to do the things that we want to do, and we want to fight for a Big West Championship, and we want to win games in non-conference as well as beyond the conference tournament. So we want to do everything, and it requires 30 players to be at their best. The ones that are coming back, a lot of conference teams are bringing back a lot of goal scorers. Our leading goal scorers graduated, Laura McGrail. So the obvious one is Kiana Palacios, who was our second leading scorer last year, and she's got to build from there. But our 3 seniors have already led the team very, very well. 3 captains, should I say. Clarissa Robles, Haley O'Brien and Kelsey Texera, wonderful young women who have embraced the opportunity to lead this team through the spring. And I'm excited for those 3 to have a great final year with us.
Yeah, the transition coming up through the spring. Now we're in the middle of summer already, and we got a little over a month out to the season. Very hard to believe. But Coach, thanks a lot for sitting down with us, and we're going to get things going in a month here. Can't wait.
Great, thank you.
See you next time, Anteater fans.